folks, well, we've dropped the GX off for service, and I've come out on the GSX 8R. So we'll have a ride on this and see how we go. This is actually the bike I'd like to have tested, but I did think about when I bought my GX. First thing you notice is, for me, it's just, you canted forward a little bit, but no actual weight on your wrists. You've got different riding modes. I've dropped it in 2, which is the quite standard road one, I think. I'll check it up on their details. This one's not quite standard. It's got a different pipe on it, and I think it's been decatted by the look of it, but I'll show you that when we have a walk around. Well, it's got plenty of punch in the bottom end. Pulls lovely from the bottom. Well, as a rider position, the feet actually, it don't quite feel as tucked up as my GX does. Feet position, it's got a quick shifter obviously, up and down, which I'll try out. The mirrors are big antlers, but you can see behind you quite well, and I don't see a lot of vibration at the minute, but then again I'm only doing 40 plus miles an hour. It's got a lot of punch in the middle. Really surprising how much punch that's got. It's a sort of real road riding punch, I'd say. Now 42 miles an hour, 4th gear, turn the throttle and off, away it goes. Pops up the speed limit. And then we'll stop and have a look around at it. Okay folks, so here it is, Suzuki GSX 8R. New in 24, but obviously John Low Wolf Royce is late to the party. First of all, I'd like to thank Superbike Centre Cannock for the loan of this bike for the day. Much appreciated. They're looking after my GX at the same time. So, first impressions. Silver, I like the look of this one. I think it looks really smart with the red wheels. I think it looks really smart. And the way the wheels are detailed, the spokes the way they are. Very, very nice. I'll get a quick walk round. The front, view from the front. The mirrors are like antlers, are they? And then round this side here. And the back end. Okay, back to this side. So, I think the first thing I must point out on this bike is that this can is not a standard can. It's been changed. That is basically, it looks like it's a brand new full system getting rid of the cat with this beautiful pipe on the end. I'll switch it on in a bit and I'll let you have a listen to it. It sounds absolutely beautiful. So back to the bike. It looks really good. The stacked headlights I quite like. Very similar to what I got on the GX. So there's nothing untoward. Looks good. Small fairing on the front with a small screen. That ain't adjustable, obviously. These things, these big antlers, I am very struck on. I think if I had one of these, I'd put some bore end mirrors on it. But they do the job. So we got the petrol tank here, and this is, it's aluminium. It's got a tank pad on here, which would put on anyway if I had the bike. Boy, it's really nice. I say it in the sun, this silver pops right out to me. Beautiful engine. That's the new engine. The new engine that they built. 776cc, 776cc, 81 brake horsepower and 57.5 pounds of torque. Having ridden it, I must admit, it is so bottom end and mid-range punchy. This, I think I'll reiterate on the video, is a real world sports bike. You can wring the neck of this. Okay, you've got to be in the naughty speed limits, but you're nowhere near the 200 brake horsepower that some of these bikes have got now. She's a very, very usable and tractable motor. I've been very impressed with it. It's got a quick shifter, up and down, which is fine. It's a two-cylinder, so it's never going to be like the 4 that I've got. They have a little bit of clunkiness, but it's way, way better than the CF Moto they had and the BMW R900, XR900 I had. The seat height's 8'10", which to me is great. I must admit I can get on this and flat-foot it, which makes me feel really, really secure. The seat ain't bad. I mean, I've been on it long. I've only been on it an hour or so. So I can't really comment how it would be like over a long distance. Pillion wise, I Aoocci. I don't know whether I'd like to be a pillion just sat on that. But then again, I don't think I'd like to be a pillion sat on anything like this. Back end needs a tar tidy. That's obviously cosmetic, purely cosmetic. Doesn't affect the ride. It just looks a little bit lengthy, but there again, we all suffer with that, don't we? Right then, front end. Twin pot Nissan calipers on 310mm dual front discs. I do love the details on the wheel, and I'm a sucker for coloured wheels. I think it sets it off a treat. At the back, we've got a single pot Nissan caliper with a 240mm disc. Brakes are fine. Adjustable for span. Front brake lever. But not the clutch lever. But the clutch is pretty light, to be fair. Pretty light. Like a bit of thing. The decal on there, the 8-door. Looks good, I think, too. Forks. On this one, they show a upside down forks. Not adjustable, obviously. But the ride's pretty decent. And I say pretty decent. If we come over this side now, I'll come back around to the handlebar configuration. As you can see, I've got what you would put is 5 clip-ons, but they're really comfortable. You just get a little bit of weight on your wrists, but nothing untoward. And once you're rolling, a little bit of wind blast on you, lifts you back, takes the weight off. It's quite a basic bike. I'll switch it on, have a look at the dashboard. Get a bit closer to it. As you can see, it's quite basic. Got 3 riding modes, A, B and C. C being really for rain, B general road, which I'll put it in, and A, which is if you want to get a lick on. I'm going to put it in A when a bit later on. And 3 levels of traction control. If I go and press the mode button, 3, 2 or 1. You can't turn it off, but I won't be doing that today. I'll leave it on 2 because the roads are a bit grimy. And as I say, your modes, you've got B, B, A, and if you're coming down to C, I'll put it back to B because that's what I like. Clock's easy to read. You've got your gear indicator, miles to the gallon, empty tank, etc., temperatures. I personally like this dashboard, this rev counter, where it starts at lower blue, light blue actually, when the engine starts, and goes darker blue until you hit the red. I find it quite nice. Control wise, very simple. 1 start Suzuki button and your hazard lights. This side, indicators, your mode button, on, and obviously headlights and flashes. Everything you need for a real world bike. Nothing too flash, nothing too fancy, for everything that does the job. I'll still give it a, let you listen to it. Switch it back on. And you have a listen to this exhaust. How's that? I think that sounds lovely. I can't tell you the cost. If I can find out, I'll put it in the note somewhere. Oh, look at that. Very, very nice. It's got a baffle in it as well. Straight through. Like I say, no cat, no headers, everything. So that's it. The Suzuki GSX 8R. £8,899 on the road. Would I buy one? I have to be honest, lads, I think I would. It lacks the creature comforts that an old git like me likes, as in easy grips, but that's an easy remedy. And there's no traction control. Sorry, no cruise control. But other than that, it's got everything else. I might put someone on top of the screen, give it a lift of the air, and I definitely would lose these antlers if it was mine, and go for some bar end mirrors on the end of here to make it look a bit sleeker. But for the money, what did I say it was? 8,900 and something? Get the paper out and check. £8,899. 8,900 quid. You get a lot of money. Sorry, a lot of bike for the money. So that's it. Suzuki GSX 8R. I'm going to get on it and ride it some more. Okay folks, we're back on the bike. Couple of adjustments. I'll put it in eye mode. Try that. Seems really sharp. I've enjoyed my time out on it. Done a few miles on it. I found that it's really manageable. It's very light. Really light. You can tell that as soon as you get on it. Maneuvering it round. Yep. There's no grab handle as such on the back if you want to use the seat handle on the pillion seat. That's what I did when I was turning it round and that. Easy to get off the side stand and everything. Easy to find the side stand and also find neutral. I'm just gonna try and put it in third gear in A mode at 30 and see if that alters the fueling a bit. I think it might do actually. I think it might make it a bit more jerky because it's looking for a sharper response off the throttle. Yeah. That seems fine. 29 mile an hour, third gear. Ready? That's 3,000 revs. Very nice. I would imagine if we take the contraction control off, that we might get the odd wheelie out of it. But I think this should probably be towards a final comment. If you're looking for a mid-weight sports bike, middleweight, mid-engine size, with a real world feel to it, this is the one to choose. You got a quick shifter, you got decent suspension, shower, alright, not adjustable but it's pretty good. Dunlop tyres, which are my favourite, but you know, ride 6 on it might make a difference, but of course I've got a fault with what I've got on them anyway. The engine is a diamond, absolute diamond. The torque and the low down pull is phenomenal, and it's the sort of torque and pull which is a real world pull. It's what you need when you want to nip past something. You know, a bit of traffic, you just turn the throttle and woof, away you go. Very rideable, very useful. To get my GX to do that, I could have wound it up a lot. But as I say, different animals. Chips into the bends, lovely. Would I buy one? I think I would. You might have seen a review I did earlier on of a Panigale V2S, and I like that. but the price of it was extortionate. Tell you what, for £8,900, this Suzuki GSX 8R is an absolute cracking bike. Modifications for me, as I say, I'd lose the antlers on the front, put some bar end mirrors on. Being an old fogey, I'd probably put some ET grips on for the winter. But other than that, you can't fault it. It's absolutely cracking. So I think I'd sum it up by saying, if you're looking for a bike that you can do most everything on, at a cost-effective price, will put a big smile on your face, round the twisties, be frugal enough to commute on, and keep your license. Pick this. You don't need your 200 horsepower sports bikes. Look at this. Quick kick. So all round, I'd say it's a really good bike, value for money. So I think that's it, folks, for the review of the Suzuki GSX 8R with an amazing Chinese exhaust on it. It's fun, light, manageable, and got loads of beans. So on that note, it's time to say goodbye. So once again, thank you very much to the Superbike Centre, DJI Superbike Centre in Cannock, for the loan of the bike for the day, while they're actually servicing my Suzuki GX. Don't forget to give us a tick, a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, let you know what's coming. Bit of a spoiler alert, I've got a big discount coming on the Aoocci products towards the end of November. So keep an eye out for that and save yourself a lot of money. Get yourself an early Christmas present. So to the next time. Hello Wolf. Saying bye for now, and don't forget, just you be careful out there. Lone Wolf, bye for now.